Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of NASCAR Heat 5 2023 Mod Career Mode in our 5th and final season where you were looking at the penalty report post-Canada, where of course after our controversial way to win by slamming Michael McDowell into the wall, cutting the penultimate corner, we have been penalized 50 points and 5 playoff points, as well as fined $50,000 for the corner cutting and putting Michael McDowell on the wall to win that race. Our win still stands, but they take away any playoff points and any race points that we would have gained from winning that race the way that we did. So we are still playoff eligible, no suspension, as you are now looking at the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race results. As the trucks were in action here at Pocono, Ross Chastain picking up the win, his second of the season, over Lane Riggs, Luke Baldwin, a career-best third-place finish, Grant Enfinger and Gio Ruggiero the top 5, Kyle Busch, Chandler Smith, Andres Perez, Tyler Ankrum, and Brent Cruz the top 10. You see there through the rest of the grid, Jake Finch, last episode's winner, comes home P17. Not the finishes Tony Breidinger or Luke Fenhouse we're looking for. So Ross Chastain picks up the Truck Series win here at Pocono. And the NASCAR Xfinity Series was also in action at Pocono here this weekend. And, well, first of all, before we get to that, we have the Truck Series standings. Of course, Ruggiero still the only car, 4 wins, easily locked in, top 5 in points to the playoffs, 5 races to go to the regular season. Nothing changes. Him, Smith, Enfinger, Ankrum, Butterbean, Cruz, LaJoie, Finch, all provisionally into the playoffs. Friesen, Garcia, Rhodes, Perez, right there on the outside looking in, as well as Sutton, Lawless Allen, and Connor Hall. So not much changes in the Truck Series standings here after Chastain, non-truck driver, picking up the win here at Pocono. So Ruggiero remains our points leader. Now, like I was mentioning before, the NASCAR Xfinity Series was in action this weekend here at Pocono. It was Daniel Hemrick picking up the race win, his second win on the season, holding off Lane Riggs and how about Ryan Ellis in third place over William Sawalich and Raja Caruth, the top 5. Justin Allgaier, P6, Parker Kligerman, P7, Austin Dillon, Caden Honeycutt, and Tanner Gray round out the top 10. Chase Briscoe on a part-time schedule comes home in 16th. See where everyone else finishes throughout the rest of the grid. Tough day for Mason Massey, back-to-back last-place finishes. Connor Mozak, Sammy Smith down there at the back of the grid as well. So Daniel Hemrick picks up the win at Pocono in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And now we're going to see how that affects the Xfinity Series points standings here, as we switch over to that now. Of course, Sawalich still the points leader over Caruth here. 8 races to go in the Xfinity regular season. As Sawalich, Caruth, Riggs, Hemrick, and Majeski in the top 10 in points with their victories. Then on points, Ryan Truex, Anthony Alfredo, Corey Day looking very comfortable. Caden Honeycutt looking pretty good. Then you got Brandon Jones now bumps his way into the top 10 in points, 16 above Taylor Gray, as Sammy Smith now drops back down into that first wild card spot, joining Nick Sanchez. Then, of course, Taylor Gray, Ryan Sieg, Harrison Burton, Austin Dillon right there on the outside looking in. Basically must win from Garrett Smithley on down. Mason Massey there is 20th in points, but he's 74 behind Nick Sanchez to be eligible for the playoffs. So he has his work cut out for him if he wants to be a playoff driver. So that was your Xfinity Series update. In the background, of course, we were practicing qualifying for today's main event, the NASCAR Cup Series Great American Getaway 400 from Pocono. Cole Custer to the rear, as well as Austin Cindric and Christopher Bell after a multitude of issues ranging from inspection to crashing primary cars in qualifying. So interesting to see C. Bell come from the back. We're bringing a brand new paint scheme today. The number 2 PPG paints Ford Mustang here for our Team Penske number 2 Ford here at Pocono. The final in-season challenge qualifying race before our second in-season challenge begins next episode at Atlanta, as we are green and underway with 6 to go in Stage 1 here in Pocono. We start this race from 16th place on the outside of Justin Haley's Next Lizette number 6 Ford, fighting for 15th position here as we go into turn 1 for the first time today here at Pocono. We can set our sights on going by the young driver of Christian Eckes. How about Daniel Suarez coming off that 3rd place run in Canada, running top 15 here as we split them 3 wide here coming to turn 2, 3 wide, nearly 4 wide. A little bit of contact with Eckes flying by Chastain, Reddick, Priest, Berry. Now working on the inside of Hamlin and Zane Smith, already in the top 10, having a great start to this race, charging way up through the pack, now up into 7th, 3 wide to the inside of Ty Gibbs and Joey Logano. Larson just took the lead from our pole sitter Corey Heim today, so now the 5 in control. We are alongside our teammate Joey Logano for 5th place. A phenomenal start to this race from us here at Pocono. The 48 of Bowman running up here in 4th as we continue to battle Joey Logano for 5th place here early at Pocono. Now we get the draft from William Byron that allows us to get to the inside of Bowman. Now back to the inside of 24. Big push from Denny Hamlin, of course, so good here at Pocono. And now we get by the 67 of Corey Heim on the inside lane, and into 2nd place we will go here in Pocono, but we drive it in just a little too deep into the corner. Hamlin easily crosses us over. Hamlin to 2nd, trying to chase down Kyle Larson, but we're able to cross over the 11 to Hamlin here to try to get back into second place here in Pocono. As we get after it early in this one, right through turn 3, right on that bottom, we get a little bit loose. I said they're going a little bit of contact, shoving Denny a little wide up the racetrack, but some clean, hard racing here for second. Trying to get a push from our teammate Joey Logano side by side across the line. Hamlin and I just even having a great battle so far here today at Pocono. Can we clear Denny as we go off into turn 1 and 2? And yes, we will. We will clear Hamlin. Lap 3, 48 of Bowman blows a tire into the outside wall. Goes to 48. Alex Bowman. A tire failure on lap 3. And then he gets drilled here by Ty Dillon. No caution. We stay green. And that will derail a strong start to this race from Alex Bowman, who had qualified on the front row. Drop back to the back end of the top 10, and then he will now fall to be 1 lap down, but he is not out of this race as Logano gets around us for second, and that will end stage 1. The residuals from that incident. So Kyle Larson will pick up the stage 1 win over Logano, myself, Denny Hamlin, and Tyler Reddick, the top 5. William Byron, Josh Berry, Corey Heim, Ryan Blaney, and Ross Chastain around the top 10. So all 4 Penske and Penske Alliance cars get stage points here at Pocono in stage number 1. So that was, I believe, Kyle Larson's 5th stage win of the season. As we get back underway, stage 2, we send it to the inside, 3 wide for the lead here in Pocono. Can we get by Larson and Joey Logano for the race lead? We get a little bit aggressive, a little bit of a 3 wide squeeze right there. We try to stay off of the 5. You know, me and him have had a lot of history over the last couple of weeks here in this season with, you know, our incidents, of course, in the Indy Charlotte double, back at Kansas, all these other tracks. But right now, I think we're pretty good. I'm just trying not to aggravate him anymore as we completely go way too low in turn 2 there. The tunnel turn, get into the grass, almost spin out. Luckily, Larson saves us. And we keep out for second as our teammate Joey Logano sets sail in the lead here in Pocono. We have a tremendous turn 3 to get into second. The next lap of turn 1, we go a little bit too wide. Here comes Hamlin, who we will block. But now here comes the 45 of Tyler Reddick. He has been on a roll lately the last couple of weeks. His last 3 finishes are a win and 2 podium finishes. Now we completely miss our line through turn 2. I have to do a huge lift somehow. Hamlin and I keep it off the wall. We drop down to 5th place. Now we're able to cross over the 5 of Kyle Larson. Into 4th we will go now to the inside of Denny Hamlin. Looking for 3rd position here in Pocono, which we will take as we go by Denny. Now setting our, well, Hamlin gets back around us for 3rd. So now as we cleared Larson, we cross over Hamlin for 3rd here, heading into the tunnel turn number 2 here in Pocono. Reddick has now taken the lead away from Logano. We get into Denny, a little bit of contact on next to the corner, being very aggressive here through turn number 2 as we try to find our way as we head to turn 3 here. Back to 3rd position and try to chase back Logano raked out, but now we're really loose. We're slowing on a big slide on the apron through the grass. Can we hang on to it? Yes, we narrowly saved the car from disaster. What a save, but it is going to cost us all of our track position. We go from fighting for 3rd now to being all the way down to 19th position, heading towards the tunnel turn once again, turn 2, as we go by Christopher Bell now for 18th. He's made some good progress from the rear of the field. Now we go by Chase Elliott for 17th. Now setting our sights on a couple of Toyotas. John Hunter Nemechek running 16th. Corey Heim, you know, your pole sitter, has been very disappointing today. Only dropped back from that position now to be fighting for 15th with Nemechek. We will take them 3 wide in the corner. Corey Heim can't do anything to defend that. We will go by him. Now setting our sights on Nemechek. Had to lift there. We got very loose. I mean, the tires are so loose, especially the right rear has completely been driven off the car, and we are just hanging out for dear life here with 11 to go in stage 2. Now going by Nemechek for 15th. Setting our sights on the rookie of Connor Zilich for 14th position. To the inside of Zilich we will go here into turn 1. How about Carson Quaffle having a great day for Junior Motorsports up here in P13. And in turn 3, we go the inside of Quaffle, trying to get 13th here. We drive it in a little deep, a little bit of a slide. This is a big slide, big overcorrection, head on to the outside wall. Massive, massive impact. We go crashing hard, collecting Nemechek and Zilich. Caution is out. Here's a replay. I mean, oh my goodness, got to be the worst crash of our career right there. That violent, violent head-on impact. Luckily, this is NASCAR Heat 5, and this is not iRacing, or else we would be out of the race already, or be using a reset. So now here we are restarting all the way back in 37th, back end of the lead lap, but that was probably the worst hit of our career, and we'll definitely be sore from that one for a couple of weeks as we already get on the charge here in the restart, easily working our way right back into a top 30 position here, going by Ross Chastain and Sam Mayer on exit of the tunnel turn. As we just try to, you know, I don't expect to get stage points here, but try to salvage whatever track position we can to put ourselves in a better spot, rather, for the final stage, as our teammate Joey Logano leads this race after that vicious, vicious impact we just had. And now we are here in 28th, trying to go by the 38 of Zane Smith. We cross him over 3 wide to the inside of Smith and Priest as we now work our way back up into 26th. Again, the top 25, the JGR teammates struggling so far today. Ty Gibbs, Chase Briscoe. We take them 3 wide, go by both of them. Now go by the 40 of Justin Allgaier for 23rd position on the racetrack. We will make that pass. Now setting our sights on Bowman in the 48, and up ahead of him, the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen. Now we pass both of them down this back straightaway. To 21st we go. Now heading into turn 3 here, we'll go by Christian Eckes to get back into the top 20, salvaging these positions. Reddick now leading the race, trying to pick up his first stage win of this 5th and final season of our career mode. So now 5 to go on the stage, 3 wide, working our way by Corey Hyman Elliott, now into 18th. Now chasing now, how about the 35, Riley Herbst, only his 2nd Cup start of the season, and that 4th 2311 entry, having a heck of a start to the day so far, inside the top 20, but we will get by him to the inside to move into 17th down this back straightaway here at Pocono. Now next up down the front straightaway here, 4 to go on stage 2, go to the inside of Josh Berry for 16th. Now to the inside of Connor Zilich, again to P15. We'll make that pass to the inside of Noah Gregson. Through to 14th, we go into turn 1. Now trying to chase down the 24 of William Byron as we go through the tunnel turn here. And the caution is going to come out, ending stage 2 prematurely. So Tyler Reddick will win stage 2. His first stage win of the season comes here at Pocono. Logano, Haley, Hamlin, and Larson the top 5. Followed by Carson Hocevar, Seabell, Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, and Michael McDowell, the top 10. So Tyler Reddick, your stage 2 winner here in Pocono, on to the 3rd and final stage of racing. We restart here from 13th place, already on the inside of Ryan Blaney, having a disappointing day at a track he's done so well at in real life here at Pocono. Get by him into 12th. Now the inside of Quaffle, having a strong top 15 day for 11th. Now here's a 71 of McDowell. I'm trying not to, get into him at all after the, what we pulled at the finish of last week's race in Canada. So we go by McDowell, you get P10. Now setting our sights on Bubba Wallace and Christopher Bell. The 20 and 23, 3 wide to the inside we go to get up into 8th position here into turn 3. If we can make it stick, we get a little bit of a slide on entry to turn 3. We're going to clear Bubba at least and get a run here down the front stretch to try to get by this 20 car of Christopher Bell. Remember, I had to start at the rear of the field. He's driven his way all the way up to the top 10. A very impressive drive today from the driver of that number 20 Toyota. So now 17 to go. We clear Christopher Bell. Now we go by the 5 of Kyle Larson for 7th. Now setting our sights on the 17 of Chris Buescher, the 77 of Carson Hocevar. Will get very aggressive. Lots of contact to 77 there. That was me just missing my line through the corner and going a little bit too wide. That cost Hocevar. Chris Buescher able to hold on to 5th for the time being. But Larson gives us a nice shove here as we head into 3. Or turn 2 rather, to get to the inside of Chris Buescher, and we will slide a little bit of contact to 17 and nose ahead of him for 5th. Now the next lap down the back straightaway, side drafting our teammate Joey Logano to try to get back into 4th. We've had an incredible recovery from that vicious head-on crash to be back in the top 5. A tremendous drive, but Tyler Reddick right now is driving away with the victory. We are through to 4th now, setting our sights on Denny Hamlin. And how about Justin Haley running 2nd place, having a great effort in that number 6 car for RFK Racing. As we get to the inside of Hamlin in that oh-so-dangerous entry to turn 3. We miss the line through the corner. Hamlin able to retain the position. We slide back down to 4th, but cross him up on the front straightaway here. 14 to go. Trying to get back around Denny here for 3rd place, which we will do into turn 1 and 2. We're into turn 1 here. We are back into 3rd at Pocono. Now 13 to go. Go to the inside of Justin Haley, trying to get 2nd away. We send it into turn 1, and we will clear Justin Haley, and we have climbed our way from 37th all the way back to 2nd. Now behind us is 71 of Michael McDowell, blows a tire into the wall. Goes last week's runner-up. McDowell collects Connor Zilich. No caution, we stay green. Few laps there, I'm trying to hang on to 2nd. I just get too deep in the corner. Clip the wall a little bit. That loses our momentum. Haley gets to the inside. Haley will go back to 2nd. Now Bell drives into 3rd. Now we are 3 wide between Buescher and Hocevar, and we are just dropping like a rock now. Just like that one corner, we lose 5 spots down from 2nd to 7th. We have now gone back by Hamlin. Now working back to the inside of Joey Logano for 6th place. A few laps later, as this time by, we should be starting the final green flag pit stop cycle of this race, as all the pit stops so far today have been under yellow flag conditions. We get a little bit wide into the 17, a 3 wide battle for 5th here, heading into turn 3 here at Pocono. Who will prevail? We get aggressive, a little bit of contact with Buescher, chop the nose off of Joey, big slide into the corner, Buescher sideways. Can he hang on to it? Yes, Hamlin uses a shove, and the caution comes out right as pit stops are about to happen. So now we will have a restart. We restart here back in 7th. put in work to the inside of Joey Logano and Chris Buescher into turn 1. We make the 17 check up out of it. You're now battling Logano for 5th, but the battle for the win is Tyler Reddick trying to hold back both Justin Haley and Christopher Bell as he tries to go to victory lane for the 2nd time this season. So now we are in 5th, trying to chase down Hocevar, who sent it too deep in the tunnel turn. We take advantage, use up Carson just a tiny little bit there next to the corner, getting nose ahead for 4th place, and into turn 1 the following lap. 3 wide to the inside of Haley and Bell for 2nd. We get aggressive, trying to make it happen. Reddick now driving away 6, 7 tenths down the road. We make Haley back out of it. Now it's a battle for 2nd between myself and the 20 of Christopher Bell. Can we make this pass to get into 2nd and try to chase down Tyler Reddick for the win of this race? An aggressive slide job. We hit the wall on exit. We took 2nd, but we lose it back. Here comes Carson Hocevar charging on to 2nd place. Now a few laps later in turn 1, we give up the bottom, and now our teammate Joey Logano looks to go by into 3rd position with just 4 laps remaining here in Pocono. Looks like it is going to be all Tyler Reddick here today at Pocono. And now we are going to be, C-Bell's got back around us for 4th. A little bit of time is C-Bell with a huge slide in turn 2. Bell going to hang on to it, but going to lose multiple positions. Just I misjudged the corner. That was my fault, so my apologies to the 20 for that one. That's a mistake on my part. Now battling Logano once again for 3rd through turn 3. We throw it. Now Haley gets to our inside. Now we're trying to survive to bring home 4th here. White flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank at Pocono for Tyler Reddick. He has about a 2.5 seconds on Carson Hocevar, and he looks like he's well on his way to victory. And we are trying to chase down Joey Logano for 3rd position here as we are able to clear Haley for 4th. On the exit of the tunnel turn, we get a big enough run just to give one more shot at the podium here to the inside of our teammate Joey Logano into turn 3. We drive it in there, giving it all we got. Trying to get 3rd place here, but we just can't quite get it. And out of turn 3 for the final time, Tyler Reddick wins at Pocono. Reddick, a 2-time winner this season, and we will bring home a solid 4th place finish, and the top 10 streak lives another week. Now 17 straight top 10s to start the season. As we look at your final race results, Tyler Reddick now a 2-time winner this season, joining myself, Byron, and Buescher as multi-time winners. Season best finish for Carson Hocevar in 2nd. Logano is the top forward in the race, coming home 3rd. We come home right there behind him in 4th, continuing our top 10 streak. Justin Haley, a great top 5 effort. Then Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, C-Bell, and Bubba Wallace, your top 10 here today. Great effort from Connor Zilich in P12. Riley Herbst, a good 18th place finish. And through the rest of the grid, of course, the DNFs at the back of the grid, Quaffle, McDowell, Jones, Hill, and Suarez all DNF'd out of this race. So we extend our top 10 streak, but Tyler Reddick is your winner. And now we're going to look at the updated playoff grid. Now just 9 races remain in the regular season. Myself, Byron, Buescher, Reddick, the top 4 guys who are in the top 10 in points who have victories on the season. Larson, Hamlin, Bell, Blaney have massive point cushions. They're looking very, very comfortable. Logano even looking pretty solid at plus 22. Josh Berry now drops all the way down to the cut line, 7 points above Ross Chastain, who holds the 2nd wildcard position, along with Chase Briscoe with his win, because Ryan Preece has fallen out of the top 20 in points, so he's 5 points out of the top 20. And if he is in the top 20, he will occupy that 2nd wildcard spot. Chase Elliott, Justin Haley, Hocevar, SVG, right there on the outside looking in of that top 10 in points cut line. And don't forget, this is our final in-season challenge qualifying race. So here's your official in-season challenge bracket for the final season of our NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. Tyler Reddick just stole the number 1 seed from us here today. He will face the 32 seed of Austin Hill in the first round. You'll have SVG, Bubba Wallace, Byron Berry, Bell Eckes. Then below that, Larson, the 4 seed against Custer, Hamlin, Jones, Blaney, Briscoe, Hocevar, Busch. We are the number 2 seed against Zane Smith. Then Zilich, Gibbs, Haley, Heim, Suarez, Bowman. The 3 seed is Buescher against his teammate Preece. Then Gregson, Nemechek, Elliott, Chastain, Logano, Quaffle. So we'll be the number 2 seed in this year's in-season challenge. And that will conclude this episode. As in this episode, as always, I'm going to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate you guys' support. It means a ton to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you are watching this video and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds. I would really, really appreciate it. If you want your shout out here at the end of the video, become a paid channel member. Link is in the description down below. Until next episode for the in-season challenge opener at Echo Park Speedway, I hope you all have a good one.